Today I'm going to showcase to you the easiest Town Hall 13 spam attack strategy. This army is incredibly easy to learn, and today I'm going to teach you how to use it. Here's the army comp for today's attack strategy video. So we're doing Yeti Super Archer Spam. And whilst this might not be the out and out strongest attack strategy at Town Hall 13, I still think the Royal Champion Charge is stronger. That is more likely to go wrong, and you definitely need the Electro Brutes for that. Whereas this army, we are going to use the Electro Brutes, but you'll see today that you don't necessarily need it to get 3 stars. On top of that, this army is way simpler and it can eradicate bases in 90 seconds. So what you want to do with this army, you're going to pick a side of the base to come in. On each flank, 1 Ice Golem, 3 Yetis, and 3 Super Archers to set a beautiful funnel. Then the remaining 3 Yetis with your 3 main heroes in the middle. We'll put a couple of wall breakers down here because we want them to go inside the base. Then we're coming in with the log launcher. Now something I like doing, and you're going to see on the top side of the screen here, is using a rage spell on the funnel. I probably put it down a little bit late, but you want that rage spell on the funnel because we need to get rid of that scatter shot. Otherwise, we really have no chance of ever targeting it. We need our funnel to do the work. So never be afraid. You've got 3 rages with this army. Never be afraid to use multiple rages on the funnel. Your troops in the center are pretty durable, and obviously they have the Eternal Tome to help them out. Pushing across the center of the base here, and then we're going to use the Royal Champion on the right hand side. You always want to put her on the side where the troops are so that she gets a little bit of tanking. If we put her on the left side at the moment, none of the defenses would have been tanked for, and given how low level my Royal Champion is, would have been a lot of trouble. So you can see we're pushing across here. The Town Hall is low HP. If I just raged the Yetis that went to the Town Hall, I would have secured this attack ages ago, but I decided to leave it close for the content. Now, something that I don't love about this attack strategy is it's very much dependent on having the right hero equipment. Now, at the end of this video, I will show you an attack where I just use common equipment, no epic equipment at all, and you're still able to get 3 stars, but this attack strategy is definitely much stronger if you've got the right combination. Now, it doesn't have to be high level. You don't need the Electro Boots maxed out, you don't even need any of the equipment in this strategy high level, but you definitely want to have all of these equipment. I will jump across right here so you can see the king. You definitely want the spiky ball. Doesn't have to be level 18, but you definitely want that with the earthquake boots. With the queen, this is the best combination. You can run the action figure if you want, but I prefer this one. It's just pure DPS. Royal Champion I showed before, and there is the Grand Warden. The Healing Tome isn't even maxed out, and that is crucial in this attack strategy. So because we're coming in with the log launcher in this attack strategy, you always want to come in on the far side of the base, which does make it a little bit risky for one-hit wars. Now, in this hit, I probably should have come in on the top side of the base because the Eagle Artillery is here. Obviously, I'm coming from the far side, but I figured I'd tell you guys my logic. So if I came in, you use Yetis on the funnel here, Yetis on the funnel here, and then you use your remaining Yetis in the middle, it was always going to be hard to get my main push right here, which has my heroes, log launcher, and everything, to go inside the base here because this multi-inferno is set so far back that it's more likely that my king's going to go this way because there's a lot to deal with in this top compartment, and probably the queen as well, and then only the log launcher goes into the middle, and the attack gets a little bit messy. So I decided to come in on the bottom side of the base here. But the same thing is going to kind of end up happening because, yeah, I might be able to get my heroes in here, but how am I going to get them into this core compartment for the scatter shot when the dead zone's there? So I need you guys to be aware of when the base is trying to make it difficult for you with these dead zones. So I should have just come in from the top side of the base. Yeah, we all make mistakes, but I'm still going to be able to get a pretty devastating 3-star here. So we use a rage spell on the bottom side and on the top side here because I know I need a massive funnel set so that my troops in the middle go in the center. But does it end up working? No, and that's all because of the base setup. It is actually a really good anti-Yeti Super Archer base. But I'm still going to get 3 stars on it because this army just dominates when you're on the regular mode of the game, as long as you've got the right hero equipment, as I talked about a lot in the last hit. So we're dealing with the CC in the center of the base. Pop the Queen ability on the top side. She's dealing with the top half of the base. We've got the Royal Champion up there as well now. Use the Skeleton Spell. The Skeleton Spell is in this army mainly to deal with single Infernos, just in case you run into them. Yetis are normally pretty good at single Infernos because the Yeti might tank them, but just on the off case that there's a few single Infernos, run the Skeleton Spell. But if there's no single Infernos, use the Skeleton Spell against defensive heroes. That also works really well. You can use it against the Scatter Shot as well. And in case you haven't realized, despite how messy the start of this attack was, I'm going to swag my Royal Champion ability, which, I mean, it's only a level 6 Royal Gem in the ability, so it's not really swagging much because the Royal Gem is garbage. But we are swagging the Eternal Tome, and that is definitely not garbage. And we're swagging 2 spells at all. I mean, this army just runs over the bases of Town Hall 13s. But what happens if we come in hard mode? Now we're coming in on hard mode, and we're coming in on a box base, but the same still applies. Now I have changed up my hero equipment combination. I feel like because I'm coming in on hard mode, I've earned the ability to bring the Rocket Spear. The Rocket Spear does improve this attack strategy over the Royal Gem, but I know a lot of you, if you're at Town Hall 13, might not necessarily have the Rocket Spear. It did come out in game late last year, and there's every chance you may or may not have it. Obviously, the Electro Boots far more recent to the game, so more people are likely to have it. It is also the second best hero equipment in the game behind the Eternal Tome, so if you don't have it, I mean, what are you doing? So you can see here, this gets a little bit ugly. Yet again, we used a rage spell on the flank because getting rid of the flanking troops is far more important, because otherwise you're not going to get a good funnel. My Queen re-wraps here thanks to the jump spell. That was actually really nice. We freeze just in time. That was a little bit close. We're sitting on the Royal Champion here, but this is what I like about the Rocket Spear. You can use the Royal Champion to pick off defenses on the outside of the base. Yet again, my Rocket Spear is not maxed, and the Royal Champion, yeah, at level 10, she's kind of garbage. I'm sorry, Royal Champion. I do love you, though. Coming through the center of the base here, and you're going to see the power of the Magic Mirror, but also of the Frozen Arrow. I just don't think the Frozen Arrow gets enough love. Particularly, anytime you send your Archer Queen inside the base with any attack strategy, I think the Frozen Arrow is a must. You get an insane amount of DPS with it, but also just, you have essentially a walking freeze spell. Particularly if you get that Frozen Arrow anywhere near the max levels. Even level 18 here at Town Hall 13 is more than enough to make a dent. Now, is this an overkill? No. This is not the best army to take down bases in hard mode. This attack strategy is good at quickly and simply 3-starring bases in normal mode, but I wanted to prove to you it can work in hard mode as well. So we're going to finish off the video here. We are back on normal mode, but if you have a look at the hero equipment, we are running 0 epics in this attack, and look at how bad the Royal Champion is. Yikes. So coming in, yet again, we're setting a beautiful funnel here, and I believe I'm going to use 2 rage spells, because yet again, look, the funnel has to deal with lots of different buildings. I want to clear out the entire Eagle compartment and the entire Scattershot compartment, so why not use the rage spells there? My main push doesn't really need them at all. I popped the Warden ability here because those headhunters are being a lot of a pain. They would have completely wrecked my king. And the king's really important in this attack strategy. We need him to be opening up the walls for us. Skeleton spell to help tank that single Inferno, even though it's like 1 HP. Just better off to use it than not. And as you can see here, it's not going to end up getting any value at all. Pushing across the center of the base here. There's the jump spell to open up the entire back end. I believe I'm going to use my king ability here anyway, because I wanted the Earthquake Brutes to hit the Town Hall. Giant Arrow does good value there, as well as the Invis Vial. You can run the Healer Puppet if you want, but the problem with the Healer Puppet is that we're not taking any balloons in this attack strategy, so there's every chance there's a bunch of Seeking Air Mines in the base and the Healer Puppet gets no value. And obviously, I like the DPS of the Giant Arrow. The passive stats is really good. We use the Royal Champion ability there. You're going to see the Royal Champion fight skeletons, and this is why the Electro Boots is insane, because I can't remember the last time I watched my Royal Champion do that. And we're going to run over the back end of the base here, but I will admit, I didn't get this first go. And that is the biggest weakness of this attack strategy. Yes, you can triple when you're using no epic equipment, but it is so much better when you do have the Electro Boots. the spiky ball, the magic mirror, and the frozen arrow. The more you have of those, it really does make a difference in this attack strategy, because this attack strategy is all about the heroes. The Yetis and super archers are just there to funnel. This is about the heroes crushing the center of the base, and that is why it is so effective in this hero equipment meta. Now, if you're a Town Hall 13 and you're looking for some bases like this one we've got here, then I've got the video for you. We recently did a top 10 Town Hall 13 base video, including bases for pushing, for CWL, for clan war, and for hybrid purposes. All the links you could possibly need are in that top 10 base video, and we're gonna link it on the left.